Good evening, Chathew. How's it going? It's Wednesday, my dudes. How are you? How's your day going? I had a day. Things happened in it. Um what did I do today? I bought tickets to Fast and Furious 9. I'm going to see Fast 9 in 2 weeks time. I get to see the newest Fast and or Furious film, and hopefully it will be both Fast and Furious. It would be a disappointment if it were only one or the other. Um, the movie needs to be both Fast and Furious. It's like 10 days away. Oh, okay, well, it's like 10 days away. Technically, it's, is it Fast 9 or is it F9? I'm pretty sure it's F9. Because it was Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, The Fate of the Furious, and then I think this one is just F9. Yeah, the movie better not just be fast, or else I will bring my own Furious. I will supply it. Anyhow, yes, it's true. It's more like 10 days until I get to see it. Oh, that is next week. Oh. I screwed up my calculations. Here I thought it was 2 weeks away. But no. In fact, July is 2 weeks away. If you want to feel just like time is screaming past us at a rate that cannot be understood. July is a mere 2 weeks away. Anyhow, I had been talking to my friend Kareem today, saying that, like, oh, I'm starting to go back to the movies. I'm going to see A Quiet Place 2 tomorrow, and then The Fast and the Furious 9 in 2 weeks' time. And then next week, like this week, I'm going to see A Quiet Place, and then next week I'll see In the Heights, and then the week after that I'll see Furious 9, which is not the case. That's not how that's going to work. I'm going to see F9 next week. So, exciting! Thrilling. It makes us wait. Now we can go see In the Heights together. I mean, yes, we could do that. Spoilers, a lot of movies come out this year. I think there will be plenty of opportunity for us to go see movies in 2021. Yeah. So, what else is there to talk about? I learned that there are, like, additional tags that I can use. Ha! Interesting. I never actually, like, update my tags. Anyhow, yeah, I saw that a second episode of Loki, and it continues to be good. I enjoy it. I'm finding the pacing on this one a little slow. I like the characters, but I'm finding the pacing to be a little slow. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes, though. I don't have any particular predictions as to what's up. See, I can't talk on stream about Loki, because if I say anything, it will spoil it for people who haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So I can't say anything. I have one minor prediction about who's doing what in this series, and so I will not say any more than that. But I have one minor prediction, and I'm looking forward to seeing whether it comes to pass or not. So that's my take. That's my take on Loki. I enjoyed it. It's a little slow, and I have one prediction about the shape of the series. So that's exciting. Isandai says, if you want to hear Matt's Marvel TV show thoughts, you're going to have to join the Discord. Speaking of which, I made a new channel in the Discord today. As of today, we have a comic books and manga channel on the Discord, which is new. Still no anime channel, though, just to spite Zafty. What else have we got? Anime now squarely fits in TV and movies. I mean, for now, anime does fit squarely in TV and movies. I'm not gonna stop you from talking about anime in the TV and movies channel. I think that's totally appropriate. And then if it turns out that we actually have like a critical mass of people who want to talk anime, I will make you your weeb channel. Yes. So, oh my God. All right. So on the topic of Star Trek, which Sam Wonk has brought up, there is indeed a trailer for season 2 of Picard, a teaser for season 2 of Picard. They released what might be the least appropriate poster for a Star Trek series I think I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find. There we go. Here it is. I'm posting a tweet into chat here. In fact, I'm not going to post the tweet into chat. I'm going to just save this to my desktop, and I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. I have to do the thing. All right. Image. New image. Browse. All right, so here we go. This side? No, this side. Here we are. Here's the poster. This is it. I think this poster crystallizes for me in a really concrete way why I have progressively soured on Picard since the first season came out, and why the series doesn't work for me. and I think it's because this poster is an incredibly cleverly designed, impeccably made, gorgeously rendered, total mishandling of the property. and I don't understand. Why did they make this? Why are there cars in Star Trek? What were they thinking? And that I think sums up my opinion of Picard the series as well. It just misses the mark. It tries and misses the mark. And I just don't understand. I guess the the tagline, pardon me, the tagline for season 2 is "Time is broken." Pardon me. So I can only assume the reason that we've got highways on the poster is because there's going to be time travel to, like, the modern era. Because they ran out of budget to render the future for some reason, I guess. But the... but I just... it's not a flavor that I'm on board with right now. So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, who am I kidding? I'm going to watch season 2 of Picard. There's no question that I'm going to watch season 2 of Picard. That's let's be realistic here. Let's not be silly. I am obviously going to watch season 2 of Picard. But I just... Sometimes they make decisions, and those decisions are not decisions that I would have made. All right, we can transition back to me being normal again. All right, so, yeah. That's it. That's all I got. I have nothing else prepared this evening. So we can pretty much roll right into traditions. And then we can carry on. The poll says beer, I see. I guess you'll find out if you were right in a minute. Uh-oh. I appear to have misplaced my phone. You'll have to give me a moment. I'll be right back. Meg has me dead to rights in chat. The phone was indeed in the bathroom, sitting on our unopened package of toilet paper. All right. Here's the phone. Here's my phone cable. Everybody please brace your ear holes. There we go. Done. All right. And beverage. Beverage this evening. Well, you all said beer, but joke's on you. I have a Coke on the go. If your ear holes were unbraced, that's on you. I can't be held responsible for the braced or unbracedness of your ear holes at this point in time. We're like 500 to 600 streams deep on me saying brace your ear holes. At this point, I think... At this point, I think it's on you. All right, let's transition to playing a video game, shall we? Now that the traditions are done. Diori says, please be consistent. Is it the first drink you open or what you are currently drinking for the poll? So historically, it has been the first beverage to appear on screen. In the deep, deep origin of it, it was whatever beverage I opened to start the stream. But periodically, I have a drink on the go before I start. And so sometimes I have to finish that drink before I open a new one. And so today I have a Coke on the go. And that's what I'm drinking. Zafty always carrying that particular torch, saying this is why the poll is pointless, because Matt can rig it. But just because I can rig it doesn't mean I do rig it. All right, it's time. Hello, video game. You have no way to prove you don't. Are you saying you don't trust me? When have I ever given you reason not to trust me? All right, so we are not going to the Thorn system. That would be a bad idea. But we can go to the Ver system. Brrr. System goes brrr. No, you can't just mine every planet. All right, what do we got here? Sarau. Sarau is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. Its most obvious features are a pair of gigantic storm cells, one in the northern hemisphere and one in the south. While richer in helium-3 than Alusa, the difficulties of extraction from Sarau's gravity well and stormy atmosphere led to the other gas giant's development. Sarau has over 80 moons, ranging from a radius of 50 to 2,000 kilometers. The Asari Terpsichore Council has established an observation post on one of the larger moons to study the planet's twin storm systems. All right, so per my stream name tonight, the goal is to get to 1 million iridium. I didn't make it last stream, so we got to get there today.
Launching probe.
Chat has no idea how much iridium I have. 936,790.
Probe launched.
Sit like that for the rest of stream? I don't think I will.
Probe away.
Or just move myself like 2 inches, no BS. Well, then you couldn't see the other ones. I'm cursed if I do, and cursed if I don't here.
Probe launched.
Shrink myself like 4%, but then you couldn't see my smiley face. You can't have that. Alusa. Alusa is a small, dense ice giant with high concentrations of water, ammonia, and methane. A few automated helium-3 fuel stations have been established to refuel the ore freighters shuttling to and from Korang. Korang. Flip myself and dangle from the roof like a bat. So Horus5 asks, for somebody who hasn't played Mass Effect and is only been paying attention, is there any way that you spend these resources, or is it just numbers going up? So yes, you spend them on tech upgrades on your ship, like the upgrades for your abilities and whatnot, and armor and weapons. That said, I have vastly outstripped the required values to be able to max out all my upgrades. So these resources aren't getting spent. These resources are just numbers going up.
Launching probe.
Although technically I still have a few upgrades undiscovered, I think.
Launching probe.
Because there's still a crew member we don't even have, and presumably the crew member will have a Normandy upgrade. Oh, not a Normandy upgrade? some other kind of upgrade. I don't remember what they
Probe.
upgrade. You're right, I do now recall that Grunt's upgrade was a gun for Grunt.
Probe launched.
Alright, Korang.
Anomaly detected.
Initial surveys of Korang noted its high density and active plate tectonics, suggesting a high internal heat fueled by a greater than normal concentration of heavy elements and radioactives. Early test cores proved the mineral richness of the world, but distance from the mass relay in the Century system made it unprofitable to develop until late 2183. The atmosphere is a smog of methane, ammonia, and water vapor, a so-called primordial soup similar to the conditions of early Earth. However, there is no evidence of life developing on Korang's surface beyond the level of simple dextroamino acids. The minimal energy input of the red dwarf of Ver have created an energy-starved surface environment, though the planet's volcanism does hold open some possibility for subterranean development. Oh my. Hello.
Probe away.
That was spicy.
Probe launched. Something on our sensors.
Scans have found locations matching the descriptions of Dr. Case's survey sites. Exploring the sites could reveal valuable mission data. Warning, Geth presence detected on planet surface. Use extreme caution.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
This is the worst Hammerhead mission? I'm glad we left it for last then.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe.
This planet has some very
Probe
pronounced
away.
spikes on it. Yes, keep this up.
Launching probe.
Oh no, this is a combat mission in the Hammerhead. That does sound problematic.
Launching probe.
All right, let's do it. We can land. Well, this is awkward.
Scanning for mission objectives. Mission objectives located.
Mission objectives located, hey? Whereabouts? Okay, we have blue pillar of light. That seems promising.
Geth dropship detected.
Ah, crap. Perfect. Good old Seeker missiles. know there are more enemies back here. Okie dokie.
Acquired.
There's Artifact the First. Is it really cheese if they're seeker missiles? Is that cheese?
Warning. Geth forces detected.
What's this thing? Ah, crap. Really?
Extraction complete.
Well, that was terrible. That was just very bad. All right. Geth dealt with.
Acquired.
Up we go.
Warning. Hostile forces approaching.
How hostile? All right. Successful.
Acquired.
Where to next? Where is our next destination? Looks like this way. This way? Nope, this is where I just came from. Wait, hold on. Are there two routes from here? No. Oh, perhaps I need to go up. Ah, yes, there we go.
Extraction complete.
To the blue.
Geth dropship detected.
Ooh, a prime. Gameplay.
Acquired.
What's the joke? If it's stupid and it works, it's still stupid, but it works. There.
Warning. Get forces detected.
Uh-oh, it's gonna make me actually fight this time. Or the Colossi just won't attack me. That seems fine too. Oh god! Well, I briefly thought I might get through that without a scratch on the paint, but sadly...
Acquired. Mission objectives completed.
Mission objectives completed indeed. Hello there, Normandy. All right, that's the Ver system done. Century! Hey, Kikazi! Thank you very much for the resub. Now for 14 months, saying, cool car, bro, but can it do tricks? Theropto. Theropto is a typical ice gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in its atmosphere. It has over 100 moons and an extensive ring system composed of pulverized rock. Presumably the debris from shattered moons. Ghost of Jeff Goldblum says, not much, Doc. Theropto you.
Probe away.
This planet's so boring, it was putting me to sleep there.
Probe
I guess the other thing I did today that I didn't talk about at the start of the stream was I went for a run. I went for a 10-kilometer run. And I am not used to going for 10-kilometer runs. I've also just been having a really terrible time getting to sleep the last few days.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
I only have 26 probes. I probably should have resupplied before coming to the system.
Probe launched.
Have I broken 1 hour in my current runs? Yes, I have. So my 10K time today, 10.1 kilometers, 59 minutes and 14 seconds.
Probe launched.
So I just broke an hour today, which is not great. I have not been running like I have not been running well at all this year. But the balls of my feet have been going numb when I've been doing longer runs, and so I think it's time for new shoes. I need to get new shoes. All right, Cantra, a terrestrial world of average size. Cantra's atmosphere I think this is supposed to say is composed of nitrogen and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of calcium. Aside from some spectacular formations of water ice at the poles, the planet has little to recommend it. The official guidance is to replace running shoes every 100 miles? No, every 500 miles.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
A pair of running shoes will last you typically 500 to 800 miles.
Probe launched.
800 is maybe a bit much. I've pushed a pair of shoes over 1,200 kilometers before, and they were still okay. But my current pair of shoes are fine, except that I've blown through the tread on the bottom of them and am like cutting into the insole now.
Launching probe.
I don't know if shoe manufacturers have gone to like replace your shoes every 100 miles. I have never heard that. I used to work in a running store as a shoe salesman, and at the time it was like 500 miles or 800 kilometers.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched.
Izandai says, I wonder how much the number varies if you're running shoes or your everyday shoes or not. Your running shoes should not be your everyday shoes. But yes, that would change that number. Clendagon. Clendagon is an arid terrestrial, slightly larger than Earth, but with a lower density that reflects its relative lack of heavier elements. The crust is composed of tin and aluminum with wide deserts of dust-fine sand that are easily stirred by the wind. Clendagon's most striking feature is the Great Rift Valley that stretches across the southern hemisphere. What is most fascinating about the rift is that it does not appear to be natural. The geological record suggests it is the result of a glancing blow by a mass accelerator round of unimaginable destructive power. This occurred some 37 million years ago.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe away.
Somebody didn't wait for the computer to give them a firing solution is right.
Launching probe. Probe away.
I briefly was like, what piece of media was that conversation from? I remember a piece of media where somebody was given a pep talk about we've been playing Mass Effect 2 for a while.
Probe away.
It's been 84 years. This is our 13th consecutive stream of Mass Effect 2, and we're not even in the end game. Mass Effect 1 took 11 streams. This is why I complain that there's too much Mass Effect 2.
Probe away.
To be fair, I'm intentionally doing this. Well, not with the intent of like padding out the duration of the game. How many probes do I still have? This is problematic. Tamahera. Tamahera has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and xenon. The surface is icy and composed of sodium oxide with deposits of calcium. It contains a few unremarkable metals, but mainly consists of rock. The presence of canyons and floodplains indicates that liquid water once existed, suggesting Tamahera had a thicker insulating atmosphere in the past. Oh, I have one probe. That's no good. Everybody remember, we need to come back to Tamahera. Wait, how is the system with the mass relay in it at 0%? Did I not actually bother to explore that system? That's weird. Why did I do that? Oh, hey, a rich world.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
There was a point where these two were... There we go.
Launching probe.
Ooh.
Probe launched.
Now the game's just teasing me. Not giving me any iridium.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
Come on. Give me spikes. There we go.
Probe launched.
One more, maybe. Orlantia says, do I have recommendations on running shoes? And the answer to that is no. At least not in the standard sense. My recommendation as far as running shoes are concerned is to go to a specialty running store, have them analyze your gait, then try on a bunch of pairs, take them for test runs, and like just around the block to see how they feel, and then buy the most comfortable pair. And then redo that from time to time. Don't just like settle on a brand and decide this is the only brand I wear forever. Periodically shake it back up and go in. I've been on Nikes for way too long, so I'm now thinking that I need to do a revisit of the various shoe brands because your feet change, but also they remodel the shoes from year to year. So just because you're like, I have worn the Nike Vomero, Air Vomero running shoe since, I don't know, the Vomero 8, and they're on the Vomero 14. Now, they're on the Vomero 15 now. So it's very likely that, I've never had a problem with my feet going numb with previous Vomero models, but the current year is doing that to me, so... Or my most recent pair of shoes is now doing that to me as they wear out. So I'm thinking it's time to go back into a running store and try a whole suite of shoes again. Because, my weight has changed and my alignment has changed and my feet have changed and the shoes have changed and technology has changed. And so it's been enough years that I should go back in and give it another whirl. I wouldn't be surprised if I go back to ASICs on this cycle for a bit. Zandai asks, why should your running shoes not be your everyday shoes? Because your running shoes are a pair of sporting equipment, and you should treat them like a piece of sporting equipment. And they are specifically designed to carry you through a run and to adjust your running alignment of your joints and knees. And the pressures that you put on your shoes while you're like standing around or walking can be a little different from the pressures that you put into your shoes while you're running. But generally, it's just wear and tear. You want your running shoes to be in good shape. And yeah, oftentimes running shoes look like rocket ships. So they're not exactly like good stylish shoes. But, I mean, the short answer is your running shoes are a pair of sporting equipment, and so you should preserve them for when you're doing the sport. Because otherwise they just get destroyed in your day-to-day use, and they don't perform the function you need them to perform while you're running. Hebat. Now, that said, I still will, like, if I'm feeling particularly lazy, I'll throw my running shoes on to, like, go to Starbucks or whatever, right? Like if I'm just having a lazy knock-around day, I will sometimes just slip on my running shoes and go, but only for short trips. I don't wear them all day, ever. Cat raises a good point where, like, runners also tend to cost a lot more than street shoes. So, like, preserving them for the sport is important in that regard. You know, I wear Chuck Taylors most of the time as my day-to-day shoes, and that's like a $50 pair of shoes, but my running shoes are like $180. So I keep the running shoes for running. All right, Hebat. Hebat is a methane ammonia ice giant. When Heavy Metals Exo Mining of China won the bidding rights to develop the moon of Pre-Srop in the Century system, it began by establishing a helium-3 refining facility on Hebat. The station, completed this year, is considered a model facility by the executives of the state-run company. Though the station produces more than enough fuel to supply the HMEC ships running to and from Century, it has a crew of only a dozen for maintenance and oversight. Nearly all the day-to-day operations are automated.
Probe launched. Probe away.
All right, how many more? I'm actually impressed at how little iridium I'm finding now. The game has just been like, no, you have enough. You don't need any more.
Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Oh. There we go. That's that planet dealt with. Oh, and there's only 2 planets in this system. Sweet. Tashub. The first and larger of the 2 gas giants in the Hawking Edict Gateway system, Tashub is composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. The brown and orange coloration in its upper cloud decks are caused by the upwelling of sulfur from lower levels of the atmosphere.
Away.
Ghost of Jeff Goldtham says, "Stop shoving me." I was thinking, yes, thank you for Tashub. Welcome to chat. Nice to have you here.
Probe launched.
J-Lob says, "Shepard, it's time to go through the Omega Relay." Nah, I've decided to become a rare mineral magnet instead.
Launching probe.
I wonder what the total dollar value
Launching probe.
in universe is of all these minerals. What does it mean to have 973,000 units of iridium? Zero, because I've crashed all the economies. Fair enough. That one's on me. All right. Onward to the Schwarzschild system. Whee! This system's really big. Why is this system so big? Whose idea was this anyhow? Rihali is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is notable because none of its moons is larger than 12 kilometers in diameter, a rare trait among the charted gas giants of the galaxy. Larger than 12 kilometers. Why is that the cutoff? Why 12?
Launching probe.
Because that's how big the biggest one is. But, like, why 12 is the cutoff for the galaxy?
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched.
Boonk.
Probe launched.
All right, that's that planet hollowed out. I like this purple one. This is very pretty. Linosa. It's Linosa. Linosa is a hydrogen-helium gas giant. It is surrounded by several thin rings of debris. Analysis of this debris has been difficult due to its extreme age and fragility, but several apparently nano-manufactured materials have been identified. The leading theory is that the inhabitants of Etamis mined the atmosphere for helium-3. I'm not allowed to make myself laugh at my own jokes. Because it interrupts everything I'm trying to say afterwards. But if I don't laugh, who will?
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Oh, so I broke the video gamer's cardinal rule today. In that I pre-ordered 4 video games.
Launching probe. Probe away.
I know, right? I am a
Launching
monster.
probe.
One of them I'm fairly certain is never coming out, so my pre-ordering it or not pre-ordering it is more or less immaterial to
Probe away.
anything. Star Citizen, God no. God no. So, So the game that I pre-ordered is Best Buy Canada. Ever since its announcement at E3 like 4 years ago, Best Buy Canada has had a product listing in their back end for the Panzer Dragoon remaster for Nintendo Switch as a physical copy. And so I pre-ordered that just so that, you know, on the off chance that they ever do release a physical version of it, I've got a copy pre-ordered. That game's already available digitally. It's not even like it's not even like pre-release at this point. They've just never removed it from their system. I assume one day I'll have it deleted. But no, the games that I pre-ordered are Metroid Prime 4, which I actually had pre-ordered on Amazon on a previous date, and at some point they canceled my pre-order because they had, like, it had been so long since they had received news about Metroid Prime 4 that they were like, we don't think this game is coming out anymore, and they annihilated the entire pre-order list for it. So I pre-ordered Metroid Prime 4 with Best Buy this time.
Launched.
I pre-ordered Metroid Dread. So that was the other one that I pre-ordered was Metroid Dread, which is coming out in October, and I will definitely get. So that is not even a, like, who cares that I pre-ordered it? That one was a foregone conclusion. And what was the other one I pre-ordered? I pre-ordered one other. What was it? What was it? I'm literally pulling up my Best Buy account on the second monitor now because I can't remember. Order history. Oh, and the Advance Wars combo. That's what it was. Advance Wars 1 and 2. Literally, the only games I pre-ordered today were Switch games, because those are the only games that I still buy physically. All right, Itamis. Itamis is a super-terrestrial world, a third larger than Earth. It is in a post-garden state that clearly shows evidence of attack from space. While now waterless, the shores of former oceans show patterns of cratering too regular to be anything but saturation bombardment by Dreadnought-class kinetic weapons. Although it is unclear how, most of the atmosphere has been lost. Archaeologists have found little of note. It appears that all settled regions were touched by the global bombardment. The few relics found suggest an advanced spacefaring culture thrived on the world somewhere from 20 and 40 million years ago. The level of antiquity makes it impossible to estimate the world's former population, or guess whether it was the race's homeworld or a colony. Orlantia says, so as someone who has never played Advance Wars, what is the appeal? It's a tactics strategy game. It is a very good tactics strategy game. That's it. It's a turn-based strategy tactics game that is cute and fun, and it's a colorful war game. It's good. It's good. There's a non-zero chance we'll play some of it on stream, but we'll see. I don't want to commit to it. I've got enough in my backlog.
Launching probe.
Ooh, Ezo.
Probe away. Probe launched.
So much Ezo. Good gravy.
Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe
The
launched.
spikes on this planet are really weird.
Launching probe.
Dicey asks, are we going to kill Chaos on stream when that comes out? Hard to say.
Launching probe.
I haven't played the demo yet. I should get on it. I'll do that on my next day off, I think. I'll give it a try. But I truly, truly don't think Stranger of Paradise is a game for me.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Yeah, I've watched some streams of it, and it's like, it's clear that the, like, playing the game gives a better impression of the game than the trailers for the game did. I still really don't think it's a game for me. We'll see. We'll see. I'll as I say, I'll give the demo a try and see if I enjoy it. But I'm not anticipating it being a game that I'm particularly enthused by.
Probe launched. Launching probe.
Ooh.
Launching probe.
Finally. All right, down to the last planet in this system, Atahil. A typical Venusian greenhouse world, Atahil is only of note for a few scattered craters. Though flattened by millions of years of high pressure, the marks of orbital bombardment strikes are unmistakable. It is generally accepted among academics that whoever hailed from or settled Schwarzschild's second planet, Etamist, must have had outposts on Atahil as well. Oh, but it's rich.
Probe away.
And it appears to be rich in iridium.
Probe launched.
Oh, this planet is rich in iridium.
Probe
Jeez.
away. Probe launched.
All right, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think this planet's going to be the one.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Orlantia. Fire Emblem is the game that all the characters are from Smash Brothers are from.
Probe launched.
That's what Fire Emblem is.
Probe launched.
It's a Smash DLC.
Probe away.
1 million iridium! I've done it. All right, so we've done every system except for Thorn, and I don't want to go to Thorn. So we'll top back off and then go do something else that's more fun. Night Valiant, I can't possibly have a mining addiction. I still have 3 elements that I don't have a million of. All right, are we going to Sigurd's Cradle next? Right here. Disable the false signal. I'm waiting for chat to respond. But I think we're going to disable the false signal. Sigurd's Cradle ahoy! All right. Oh god, this system's huge. Why is this system huge? Skepsis. Oh, I fought this boss in Destiny. Skepsis is when your blood poisons you, right? Kamowitz! Named for the 21st century pioneer of groundwater remediation techniques, Kamowitz is an impressive layer of ice over a stony metallic core. Despite its size, it only has one moon, Noah, which shares its carbonaceous composition, leading astronomers to believe it formed following a giant impact. Iridium deposits, have attracted miners to the planet who must work through robots and telepresence because of the planet's strong gravity.
Launching probe.
All right, so second question. Can we get to 1 million palladium this stream?
Launching probe.
We have a new objective.
Probe away.
So my goal, for the record, my plan as it pertains to finishing out Mass Effect 2 is to hopefully complete Mass Effect 2 on Saturday.
Probe away.
That's what I'm aiming for at this point, is to finish out Mass Effect 2 on Saturday and start Mass Effect 3 on Sunday. Oh, Palladium is this one that you can see over my shoulder here.
Launching probe.
This planet has just spontaneously decided not to have any more minerals on it.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Really? Nothing? Just a total void of interest. That's my streaming brand.
Probe launched.
Busthead says 1 million palladium will bring you the peace and happiness you seek.
Away.
Definitely not. Once we have 1 million palladium, then it's platinum becomes the next objective.
Launching probe.
How is this planet still not depleted?
Probe away.
Finally. Yeah, and then once we have 1 million platinum, it's 1 million EZO. All right, Pauling. A hydrogen-methane gas giant, Pauling's gravitational field is believed to have cleared most of what would otherwise have been a sizable asteroid belt. The 2163 mission of the space probe Ultimate gave the inhabitants of Watson reams of data reinforcing this theory, giving the colonists an accurate count of its moons, 66, rings, moon-like ring objects, and more than 200 impact craters on the surface of its metallic core. Ultimate has since been retrieved for reuse on subsequent missions within the solar system.
Probe away.
Ultimate.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Oop. Oh no! You can't see this. There we go. That last probe took this to 799998.
Probe away.
Ooh. Aha!
Probe away. Probe away.
This planet's all iridium. Every planet's all iridium. It's clear what the developers' favored mineral was. Jeez.
Launching probe.
Oh god, there's so many bodies in this. There's so many celestial bodies in this system. Crick! A real crick in my neck. Known for its spectacular geysers that can be seen from orbit, Crick is a rock planet with expansive frozen oceans. Though it is within the temperature and pressure range for human habitation, its thick atmosphere is largely carbon dioxide and monoxide, making breath masks or environmental suits mandatory. The most abundant resources for exploitation are the potassium salts. Pardon me, the potassium salts found in its seabeds, which fetch good prices on terraforming worlds.
Launching probe.
Okay, I anticipate that Crick is going to put us over 900,000 palladium. Unless we get really
Probe
unlucky.
launched. Launching probe.
And we could get incredibly unlucky. There we go. We did not get incredibly unlucky. Ooh, big bump.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away.
Yes, we like the thick mineral spikes. My preference is for the 3Bs, but a twofer will do.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Okie doke. What planet is next? Watson. Watson is known in human media for two things: its spectacular tides brought on by a large moon, and the bureaucratic snafu over which Earth nations got to settle there first. Watson is a garden world, first discovered in 2165 CE, with credit claimed by the Chinese People's Federation, the United North American States, and the European Union. The Systems Alliance brokered the infamous Reykjavik Compromise, allowing limited colonization from each coalition in cities comprised of populations from each nation. Watson itself trends colder than Earth, with a temperate zone measuring about 30 degrees latitude in either direction from the equator. Its life does not easily map to Earth's evolutionary eras. Some islands have species that resemble terrestrial placental mammals, others overrun by arthropods. It is estimated that at least 2 more generations of xenozoologists will be needed to properly classify all the species of the planet.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Paraveil notes, and then generations of chefs to cook them.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
This planet is rich in
Probe launched.
Ezo. That's fun.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe launched.
Ooh.
Probe away.
I mean, I guess they sold this world as a world that had lots to do.
Probe away.
There we go. Ended up looking like a pincushion, but I got there. All right, and here we have Franklin. A large moon, Franklin retains a trace atmosphere of carbon dioxide, but its desolate surface holds no signs of water or life. In order to defend Watson from the pirates of the Terminus systems, Franklin is home to 2 Alliance spaceports and naval bases, capable of fielding 6 fighter squadrons each and a classified number of interplanetary ballistic missiles. Mass effect fields keep the gravity in its installations at a comfortable level for long-term living.
Report to hazard shelters immediately. Repeat.
Launching probe.
All right, what's on this
Scans have found
planet?
something.
Scans detect an Alliance colony defended by Javelin Mark II missile base. A Javelin Mark II missile base. A distress signal indicates that the base is compromised by Batarians who have launched 2 missiles at the Alliance colony. Total destruction of the colony is imminent. 0 probability of survivors if missiles strike. Find the control panel in the Javelin Mark II strike base. Time of impact calculated. Landing party will have 5 minutes to deactivate the missiles after shuttle touchdown. Okay. I'll deal with that after scanning the entire planet.
Probe away.
It's a good thing the missile doesn't move through space while I'm scanning. J-Lub says, so what if you come back to this mission after going elsewhere? The missile doesn't start moving until you touch down. You have 5 minutes from the time you touch down, no matter what.
Probe launched.
It's just how time works. It's relativity.
Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe.
I definitely have a good grasp of relativity to be able to make that joke.
Launching probe.
Oh, come on.
Probe away.
All I want is one big spike. And it just gives me little spikes. I do not want your little spikes. Give me a big spike. Come on. Give me literally anything to mine, please. For real? Sure.
Probe launched.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Why is the missile still here? I thought the missile landing was imminent.
Warning. 2 missiles are approaching. Target. I am transmitting a countdown to
Major
impact.
firefight here. Looks bad.
Hey guys, how's it going? Okay. Bookend, bookend. Tootsie roll, tootsie roll. Big gulp, big gulp.
Hostile!
Sorry, who do you think you are? Stand here and heal for a moment. Anyone else? Okay, yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Killed that one.
Everything's fine. Nothing's broken. There, you get some fire, and you get some fire. And you get some fire. Okay, we have power cells. And some lootable items over there. Like that. Hey, palladium! Uh-oh. Hold on, hold on! Is this just a monster closet? Oh no, it is. Well, that was an effective use of time. What do we got? Tootsie roll to Tootsie roll. Big gulp to big gulp. Bookend to bookend. Wow, he didn't even know what hit him. That was fun. Wait, hold on. Gotta loot the wall safe. Then stop the missiles.
There is only one remaining kill switch code. Therefore, only one missile can be stopped. Use the kill switch code to save your selected target.
What? All right, missile 1 target. Spaceport/industrial district. Apply kill switch to protect Alliance interests and tactical viability, albeit at the cost of hundreds of lives in the city. Capital City. Apply kill switch here to save the city. Hundreds of lives. With its industrial area destroyed, however, this colony will no longer be viable and will have to be evacuated. Oh,
That
well,
should do it.
I guess. I guess? Can we instead launch a third missile to get any survivors? Wow. All right. We have 2 more planets to visit here in this system. Darwin. A mid-sized rock planet, Darwin is ironically named, being one of the worst places for life in the galaxy. Its atmosphere is punishing, its temperature boiling, its chemical makeup toxic. Carbon monoxide and methane wrap the planet in an unyielding haze, and scans of its surface show only silicates and molten tin. Its daily thermal fluctuations lead to hurricane-level vortices, 2 at each pole, forming eyes that can be seen from orbit. Despite all this, Darwin is still used by spacers as a drive core discharge point. Hydrogen pierces the clouds in the upper atmosphere, making for a relatively benign approach.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away.
I went looking for a Tali'Zorah spike and didn't find one.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away.
I have naturally selected to mine out Darwin.
Probe launched.
All right, what planet is this? Wallace! Was I workshopping that the whole time? No. God, no. I came up with that in the moment. Wallace, an unusually small Pegasid or hot Jupiter. Wallace was originally an extrasolar planet that entered this system and was captured by the gravity well of the G-class star Skepsis. Tidally locked, Wallace's hot side reaches temperatures over 2,500 degrees Celsius. While not large enough proportionate to the star to cause eclipses visible from Watson, it is easily seen at dawn or dusk as one of the brightest objects in the sky. Yeah, the moon had better be named Grommet.
Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched.
This isn't a star, it's a hot Jupiter. It is a hot gas giant.
Probe away.
It's not self-sustaining. This planet does not have a self-sustaining thermal reaction happening. Thus, it's not a star.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Please hollow out and let me be free. Nope! Denied. Here we
Probe
go.
launched.
Very good. All right. That's Skepsis done. Thank goodness. Onward to Decorus. Diverses leave something to be desired, but Decorus slaps on ironically. Sanctum. Lena, cloaked, is a methane-clouded hothouse planet. Its lack of a metal-rich core and significant magnetosphere allows for an easy scan. Oh, you tart. Which reveals mining equipment on its surface. It can be deduced that this mining occurred within the last 5 years. Any longer, and the machines would have been worn down to nothing by the excessive heat and dust storms of hot iron oxide.
Launching probe.
All right. Let's get this over with and we can go to the mission
Launching
planet.
probe. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Pardon me. All right, this planet really wants my palladium numbers to go up.
Launching probe.
Jeez.
Probe launched. Probe away.
Oh no. All right, so Samwalk has reminded me of something. Samwalk says in chat, Zack Snyder put up a post with concept art from Justice League, and some people took it as an indication that he wants them to make, or Warner's hire him to make more Justice League movies. Of course some people did. You know what else hit the Twitter trends today?
Probe away.
Gonna leave that question hanging in the air for a minute.
Launching probe.
Techie Man says more Batman stuff? Yes, that's correct. One of today's Twitter trending topics was release the Schumacher cut. Which I kind of love. Like, I hate the internet, but I kind of love it. I would watch the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. Right, here we are on planet Sanctum. Sanctum is proof of the old spacer adage, just because it's called a garden world doesn't mean it's a picnic. Freezing ice storms cover the poles and temperate zones, leaving a narrow strip of habitable land at the equator. Dry but windy, this area is home to Sanctum's minimal terrestrial plant life. The planet has yet to develop land-based animals, though invertebrates grow quite large in its pelagic seas. Mining, referred to as ice cracking, at anywhere but the equator is common employment on Sanctum. The planet is rich in platinum and palladium deposits, as well as boron, which is locally used in semiconductor doping. Travel advisory. Carbon dioxide levels on Sanctum can reach 5,000 parts per million during thermal inversions. Travelers should carry a breath mask at all times and consult the Sanctum World Weather Service for warnings. Travel advisory. Piracy is at a 14-year global high on Sanctum. Visitors should take appropriate security precautions.
Probe launched.
Well, those sound like Batarians.
Probe launched.
Check all those tunnels for runners and report back to Captain Nerum when you're done. Check all those
Oh,
tunnels
nope.
for runners.
Those sound like
Report back to
humans.
Captain Nerum when you're done. Check all those tunnels for...
Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Distress beacon detected on initial sweep is confirmed to be a fabrication set in place to lure... Oh, a fabrication set in place to lure unsuspecting ships into orbit for pirate ambush. Preliminary scans indicate that shutting down false distress beacon will stop the Blue Sun's transmission and disable their ambush site. Surface scans show Blue Sun's communication signatures concentrated around a shuttle hangar bay.
Probe launched.
I was promised platinum and palladium, so let's go. Please deliver.
Probe
Sam
launched.
Wonk, you're right. It is pretty weird that Joel Schumacher made Phone Booth. I mean, to a certain extent, it's a little weird that anybody made Phone Booth.
Probe launched.
Diabore, has it really only been 4 years since the Switch launched?
Probe away.
Huh.
Probe launched.
Phone Booth is a surprising and interesting movie. You're right. It was. It's just like a weird thing to make.
Probe away.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I remember liking it. March 2017, hey? Huh. Wait, what? March 2017. That sounds wrong. Was it launched simultaneous with Breath of the Wild?
Launching probe.
Oh. All right, sure. Breath of the Wild was the launch title. All right, sure. I'd forgotten that. Yeah, you better run.
Ambush. Been spotted.
No more
Sorry.
targets.
Sorry, who ambushed whom there? What a great scream. Okay, there was a data pad indicator somewhere. Refined iridium. Refined iridium, okay. I also saw data pad. Where is the... Oh, the data pad is up there. All right.
A shuttle just landed outside the southern entrance. Get out there and take them out. Now.
Sure.
Due to concerns over employee safety, the Broadfield mining facility has been closed until further notice.
Thought I was harmless, did you?
Oops. It's a good thing this is bulletproof glass.
Firing high impact shot.
Ow. All right, well. Those ones put up a little bit of a fight.
Due to Phillips' brilliant expansion of the northern mining tunnels into the mess hall last week, our small facility will be closing indefinitely. All teams
Oops.
will be transferred to the nearest starbase shortly.
Oh, that's a little awkward. Yeah, everybody thank Phillips. All right, bookend to bookend. Big gulp, big gulp. Eye cream, eye cream. Tootsie roll, tootsie roll. So many credits go in my pocket.
Hey, cousin. That jerk Selim just fired me for no reason. I swear the guy has it out for me. I hear the
Well,
Blue
not
Suns
anymore.
are hiring people to take out some dumbass vigilante on Omega. I'm gonna go show them how it's done. Wish me luck.
I suspect we murdered that guy. Sounds like there's enemies.
Enemies inbound.
Are they though? Not anymore. Hey, iridium. I'm sure I can use that. Oh, there's a dead guy. I don't even remember what I'm doing here. Stopping the blue suns. Shooting the things that need shooting, and clicking the buttons that need clicking. That's what I'm doing here.
We've got a major haul coming in from that dig site, boys. Move all the unsorted cargo to the mines to make room.
All right, through this door.
Whoever you are, you won't make it out of here alive.
You say that. Oh no. A mech. Whatever will I do?
Just the thing to help.
Ah! Oops. I blew up Morty. He's fine. He'll live. It's just a flesh explosion. Oh, hell. Really? More dudes? They're so insistent. Hi, Captain Nerome. Bye, Captain Nerome. Oh, Jesus. Not good. No! Oops. The worst part of that is that I had basically finished the encounter.
Headshot.
There, please be on fire.
Just the thing to help.
Uh-oh. I think Garrus said boom headshot. I didn't hear Morden say boom headshot. I don't know. Maybe Morden did say boom headshot. The voice actor over the loudspeaker was Nihilus. That could be. All right, activate. Hello, computer. Client agent incoming. An agent from the prospective client arrived today. The client has asked for discretion, which raised a few red flags. On Commander Santiago's suggestion, I plan to persuade the agent to divulge the nature and location of the cargo. Well, that didn't take long. The client's agent folded under minimum pressure. Commander Santiago's hunch was correct. The client hopes to hire us to move a Prothean artifact from the dig site. With a little more pressure, the agent should gladly give up the location of the dig site itself. It took some persuasion, but the agent gave up the location of the dig site. I'm dispatching ships and men to the location now. Santiago ought to be pleased. That Prothean artifact is worth much more than we'd ever get for transporting it. That was probably the client agent. Here, we'll give him a cremation. You can't take it away. What about this room over here? Ooh, a wall safe. Eye cream, eye cream. Wait, big gulp. No, you're bookend. Bookend, bookend. Tootsie roll, tootsie roll. Big gulp, big gulp. All right. Let us proceed to the next mission objective. Tootsie roll. Bookend. Hello, Foxmar. Hello, Raiders. Welcome. Come on in. Say hello. How was Destiny 2 this evening? Do you have a good time? I hope so. All right, turn off the distress beacon. Everyone here in chat, if you're not already, please go give Foxmar320 a follow. Foxmar's a cool dude. Plays a lot of Destiny 2, is generally
That should do it.
an entertaining streamer, and could definitely, I think you'll definitely find you enjoy your time watching Foxmar, so please head on over and give Foxmar a follow. I'm gonna get into Destiny 2. No, I just got out! He shots the bad aliens and doesn't afraid of anything. Quite right. Okay, this whole system has been cleared. We're making good progress on the galaxy hollowing this evening. We'll top up the fuel. Top up the orbs. Dunk. And Roach says, oh yeah, Matt, I thought you were becoming a Dota streamer. That's Jordan's domain now. He beat me to it. Okay, I guess since we're in this neck of the woods, we should go help Tali. I'm doing it. Let's go help Tali. All right. Raheel Leia. This system has no planets in it. It's just a pair of stars. We're going to go to Micah first. Micah. All right, so as usual, I am mining the galaxy AMA. Elohi, a small hydrogen-helium gas giant formed around a metallic hydrogen core. Elohi will be the site of a rare astronomical event later this year. The comet Asaro will come in on its orbit of 70 galactic standard years and travel so close to the giant that it is predicted to be captured as a moon. Dozens of space probes from around the galaxy have been launched into the Raheel system to record this moment. Elohi is within the frost line of its parent star, where gas giants do not usually form. For this reason, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Travel advisory. A statistically significant number of distress signals have come from the 1 million kilometer mark around Alohi. Pirates are believed to be working the area. In-person tourism is not advised. All right. Did chat come up with anything? When will I be done mining the galaxy? As I've said, I want to... My objective... I'm not 100% certain it's achievable, but my objective is to have this game done by Saturday.
Probe launched.
And then we never have to mine the galaxy again. It's actually looking pretty much like pretty close to being able to finish out mining the galaxy tonight. There are not that many systems left that have not yet felt our touch. The caress, the sweet caress of my probe.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe.
It is looking increasingly likely that I'm going to hit 1 million palladium tonight, though. As we are there at 944,000. There we go.
Launching probe.
Andrew says, you port your save over to Mass Effect 3 and it's a universe economy in ruins. You can't research any upgrades. We've had that conversation in chat where it's like, apparently that's maybe a thing. Where if you hollow out the galaxy, you get fewer overall resources. I mean, I'm still gonna do it. The content's here, but that is pretty funny. Duma. Home to 51 moons, including the prebiotic moon Anafield, Duma is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with a violent surface wind exceeding 1,900 kilometers per hour. Like its sister planet Alohi, it is believed to be an extrasolar capture. Hey, it is content. It's not content. They put this in the game.
Probe launched.
The planetary descriptions are here to read. The planets are here to mine. The resources are here to collect. Yeah, and it is contained in the game.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Anyhow, the AMA is still active. You gotta keep me going here, team. Favorite squad members, Garrus. Period.
Probe away.
Favorite interpretation of space travel? You mean like across any sci-fi property?
Probe away.
Oh, geez, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I don't know, I'm actually pretty fond of Mass Effect space travel. Farless. One of a trio of asteroids formed around an element 0 core, Farless is the easiest to mine for low-yield EZO. A carbonaceous asteroid, Farless has a trace of water-bearing minerals and organic carbon in the form of kerogen. Currently, the asteroid is surrounded by Quarian mining ships extracting fuel for the flotilla. Have I played any more Rift Apart? No, I have not. Not since the last time we talked about it. My favorite sci-fi IP.
Launching probe.
That one's also really hard. I like a lot of different sci-fi, like, for different reasons.
Launching probe.
It's hard to pick a specific favorite.
Probe launched.
Samuel says, don't pretend it's not Star Wars. I mean,
Launching
I don't know that it is.
probe launched.
Besides, Star Wars is a fantasy movie.
Probe away.
Hello, Spider Pig. How's it going? If I had to choose a sci-fi universe to live in, would it be The Culture?
Launching probe.
Oh no. If I had to pick a sci-fi universe off the top of my head, it would probably just be Star Trek.
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Jolene says, I think Matt's been quite open about his disappointment of Star Wars with understandable reasoning. I mean, I have, but I also think recent Star Trek has been pretty bad too, so with a handful of exceptions. Like, I continue to watch Discovery because it is routinely compelling television, but I also think it's kind of garbage. And like, I continue to watch Picard because, of course, I will watch Picard, but I also think it's kind of garbage. The only Star Trek property that I'm, like, super gung-ho about right now is Lower Decks. Because Lower Decks is exceptional. Cockabell. The second asteroid in the system formed around an element 0 core. Cockabell is another carbonaceous asteroid with a surface made of hydrated minerals, such as carbonates and clays. Beneath its icy surface is liquid water with some amino acids. The surface of Cockabell is pitted and scarred with strip mining stations, where the Quarians took as much EZO as possible before moving on.
Launching probe. Probe launched.
So Vorlon Scout says, I'm genuinely shocked by how much I like Lower Decks. Me too. I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to like it at all, and I loved it. And I, like, honestly,
Launching probe.
Orlantia, I think, nailed it by saying that Lower Decks is the love letter that Star Trek needs, and, like,
Probe launched.
to a certain extent, yes and no. Like, I don't fault them for trying to do...
Launching probe.
I don't fault them for trying to do new, interesting things with the Star Trek franchise, particularly given it's been kind of dormant for a long period of time. Or, like, they clearly didn't know what to do with it, so they went wild. My big problem with Discovery and Picard is that they both seem to be trying to, like, turn Star Trek on its head in a way that I find way less compelling than the way Lower Decks does it. Lower Decks is clearly very enamored of Star Trek, and it's just like a very like adoring parody. Whereas the like Picard especially, I think is like, it knows that it's supposed to be the like victory lap for Picard, but it can't help itself from being like kind of grim. And that was like, I'm not here to watch Picard in grim situations. And it's just tonally inconsistent, and I don't like some of the sci-fi choices they made with it. And I just it feels like it misses the mark in terms of understanding the nature of the character and understanding the nature of Starfleet and understanding the nature of the future that universe is like tried to put forward. But it like it still like recognizes and wants to be a show that likes the content of the previous series. It just doesn't do a very good job of stewarding that legacy.
Launching probe.
Whereas Discovery is more explicitly a response to classic Star Trek, or the previous Star Trek series, and is like doing things with it. And I think I really truly think that Discovery only really has found their legs as of the end of the 3rd season. I'm really optimistic to see where they go in season 4, but the first 3 seasons of Discovery have been so all over the place that it's clear that they've been just like course correcting constantly.
Probe away. Launching probe.
All right, we got one more planet here, and then we can move on from this system. All right. Israfil, largest of the Ezo trio. Israfil is a silicate-heavy carbonaceous asteroid. It is home to approximately 40 species of microorganism in its liquid water and was blamed as the source of a prion-based biowarfare agent EHE, exotic humanoid encephalopathy, used by the terrorist group Totenkopf in their attack on Gagarin Station in 2184. While many in the scientific community protested that Israfil did not have sufficient atmosphere or evolutionary history to sustain life at the prion level, the asteroid and its Ezo miners were nevertheless quarantined to reassure the public that the Systems Alliance was taking action. Though no evidence has yet been found that EHE originated from Israfil or was even synthesized in a local lab, the SSV Manila and a team of epidemiologists maintain watch over the asteroid's ship traffic for now.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Huh?
Launching probe.
Whoops.
Probe away.
No! I ran out of probes. Absolutely dominated by this system. Okay, back to Israfil, so we can actually hollow it out.
Probe launched.
All right, new question. New question. Fire away.
Probe away. away.
What was the last good book I read? Why did I read that question out loud?
Launching probe.
The last quote-unquote good book I read was How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Do I like any of the Marvel Netflix shows, and if so, which is my favorite? And let's throw the newest shows in there too, like WandaVision and Loki. Of the Marvel Netflix shows, season 1 of Jessica Jones, far and away. But I liked basically all of them to varying degrees, although I fell off the series in that period of time between Defenders and the second season of Luke Cage. I just fell off. I just I never came back. Like, I don't think Iron Fist is particularly good, and the Defenders was a huge waste of potential. But I got through them. I enjoyed them for what they were. I think they made some huge mistakes in the way they built the Iron Fist series from the ground up, and it just never recovered. But that's sort of my thoughts on the Netflix shows. My favorite Marvel TV show all up is probably WandaVision at this point. I guess we'll see where Loki lands. I've found all of the Marvel TV series to be enjoyable, but a little bit middling on the whole.
Probe away.
Like, not bad. I've enjoyed them all, but I don't think any of them have been like really standout excellent.
Launching probe.
Or at least like not unambiguously excellent.
Probe launched.
Have I watched Today as Loki? I have, and it was fine. Same problem with it that I had with the previous one. The structure of the Marvel TV series appears to be sort of 2 episodes for Act 1, 2 to 3 episodes for Act 2. Like, they're just structured like movies. And then 2 or 1 episodes as Act 3. And that structure is negatively impacting the pacing for me. It took Loki about an episode too long to get to actually, like, the point of no return, basically. Garvug. In 354 CE, Garvug was considered a bargain world given to the Krogan to placate them because no one else wanted to live on such a frozen rock. Technically a life-bearing world, Garvug had a small farm belt around its equator and well-insulated marine life in its seas. By the turn of the century, the Krogan had completely adapted, breeding hundreds of younglings per family in vast underground bunkers. By the turn of the next century, Garvug's narrow strips of coral reef had been destroyed by overfishing and pollutants, and excess Krogan took to the stars to find other planets or another planet to consume. Garvug was treated as an object lesson by the Citadel Council. The Krogan could not be trusted to check their own numbers. Today, Garvug is a frozen wasteland, home to corporate eco-engineering efforts trying to implement sustainable agri- and aquaculture practices. Krogan and Vorcha packs are a constant threat, and the corporations pay mercenaries to keep their operations safe.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe.
There we go.
Launching probe.
Lots of EZO. All right, what else you got, chat?
Launching probe.
Favorite bird,
Probe
penguin.
away.
I would have previously said the emperor penguin, but probably the chinstrap penguin now.
Probe.
I'm not a big bird person, I admit. Favorite non-avian dinosaur? Triceratops. Top travel destination on my to-visit list. Hawaii, like the Hawaiian Islands. Still on the waiting list for the golden breeder, yes. I have decided that my approach is as soon as I've got my second vaccine shot in and it's been 2 weeks, I'm going to email them and be like, hey, I'd love to come check out your facility and meet your dogs and try to get, like, some actual FaceTime with the breeder. Have I been to Hawaii before? I have not. My parents go all the time, though. My parents go, like, every couple of years. They rave about it. So it's now on my list. And with Meg being a geologist and there being lots of fun geological activity there, it seems like a good choice. Do I expect you to still have good questions on my 387th planet? I do, and you'd better. I'm doing this for you, chat. The least you can do is pose interesting questions to me. Someone says, hey, wait on, hang on. Are you trying to grease your way up the Golden Retriever waiting list? I am. I am, and I make no bones about it. The waiting list I'm on is not a first come, first serve list. It is a breeder discretion, so I have to demonstrate to the breeder that I'm not a crazy person. All right, I'm going to answer a few questions, and then we actually are going into a story mission, so we're going to pause the AMA. So, 100 duck-sized kangaroos or one kangaroo-sized duck? Definitely 100 duck-sized kangaroos. Definitely, like, no question. 2, what is your best dunk on the Aragon movie? Never seen it. 3, favorite beer? Fat Tug IPA. And that's it. There are no more questions. You wasted your opportunity to drop more questions in there and try and get in the queue. All right, let's go visit the migrant fleet. The migrant fleet. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarians' ships. Let's go. I have enough for Slam. House of Shadow has subscribed. Thank you very much, House of Shadow. Now for 3 months, saying, I have no idea what's happening. Is this Matt ASMR? I mean, sort of. I was just doing a bit. Yeah, for some reason, they won't let me probe the fleet.
Tali'Zorah Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Tali'Zorah.
We'd like a security and quarantine
Did we
team
all
to
get
meet
that
us.
so that we
Our
can
ship
use it
is
next
not
time?
clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Captain Shepard, Tali'Zorah told me a lot about you.
When?
Wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
I don't want to be a jerk.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aboard it. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keep us alive. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on,
Yeah.
your voice carries weight.
My nose
I
is
wish
itchy.
I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see why this this side quest would be considerably different if you timed it out. 100 Andre says, "Wait, you've gone rogue or something?" To which Izandai responded, "We died." And then 100 Andre says, "But then you lived?" No, we just got better.
You sent Geth materials back to the migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'Zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Let's all go to the garden. Let's all go to the garden. Let's all go to the garden. And get judged for treason to the fleet.
You should speak with Admiral Ron. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Tali'Zorah with such...
If Tali'Zorah can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her, she's as good as convicted.
I'm impressed that chat is still going on about Aragon. A movie that I've never seen and forgot existed.
Tali'Zorah of us, Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Hi, Avalisara.
Auntie Ron.
I cannot remember how that name is
Shepard
pronounced.
Normandy,
Why can't I
is
remember how that
Admiral
name is
Sharon
pronounced?
Vostonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nema.
Given your departure from the Normandy, the Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nema. Okay. Are you part of the
You're an
trial?
admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali'Zorah of Nema. Whatever we must call you legally.
Alright, we
I
should
guess
go
we should
in.
get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Yeah, so
Indeed,
about
she
that,
does,
Shepard.
Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Okay, but I'm totally ignorant of Quarian law.
You would actually speak for my defense.
Do I have to pass the Quarian bar?
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present
Objection.
the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you.
It's true, I did talk Saren to death. Hello, Admiralty Board.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali'Zorah of Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Well,
Then
you made the
should not
rules.
have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
Nerd.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard was Normandy. Your crew member Tali'Zorah stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
The board is like, you had to think about that one.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali'Zorah Vasnima, a proud member of the migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Chorus, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali'Zorah in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the migrant fleet. What say you?
She could not have done
How could Tali
this.
have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
I don't know. Maybe Tali's father was the treasonous
What are you talking
one.
about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
That's
I
not
appreciate
true.
the need for
It's
this
impossible.
trial, but right now, our first concern must be the safety of the migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
Yeah,
You
tell
intend
him.
to retake the Alarai from the Geth. This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will
Wow,
attempt
Chorus
to
is a
retake
dick.
the Alarai.
Why are you such a
hereby
dick,
given
Chorus?
leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds
No problem.
sure that
Don't mention
my
it.
father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Okay. Should we talk to
Is there anyone
people?
here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Okay. Is the Admiralty Council trying to get us killed?
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
Let's investigate. Tell me about the lab
Tell
ship.
us about the Alarai.
Not much, I'm afraid. Tali'Zorah only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
So we have
You're
no
saying
idea.
There's no data about the inside of the ship.
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
Okay. Tell me
How long
more.
have you known Tali's family?
Since before Riel was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
What kind
I
of
don't
bubble?
understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not
All
hearing
right.
much about Rail's
We're
involvement
finally
in Tal's
getting
life.
Quarian lore
To
here.
explain, I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Riel was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Okay. Tell me about the necessary evidence.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Prove that it was a terrible accident that no one could have foreseen. And hope that this isn't a strict liability law. Admirals infighting.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
Oh, that's a
I know
bad
the
idea.
migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarai.
Let's shoot. Oh, wait, no. And talk to the other admirals.
Alarai.
Hello, Admiral Garrel.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And you're Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
Whatever
I'm just here
works.
to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
So, as a further example of how smart I am, we're like 50 hours into the second Mass Effect game. And I'm only just now putting together the fact that the Geth look so much like the Quarians because the Geth were built by the Quarians. Like, the design language between the two, like, between the two races is very similar. And it had I have played this franchise before, and it has just never sunk in because they're distinct enough that it's not it's not obvious to me. I mean, obviously it's obvious, but it's not obvious to me that they look like so much alike. But I literally just now pieced it together that, like, their heads have basically the same shape, but robotic. And their bodies have the same shape, but robotic.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father.
No, it's not that they look like their
on that
faces.
ship.
The Geth look like their
Tali,
masks, like the
but if
shape of their
Shaw
helmets.
hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
They look very much like if you were a Quarian designing a robot, you would design a robot that looks something like a Geth.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
When you didn't recognize Tali as Admiral Zen, she's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
Wow! Harsh language.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's rail for you.
All right, tell me about
Sounds
the
like
admirals
we're dealing with
infighting.
more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father
You should
wants
not
to
do
retake
that.
the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find someplace to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Okay, let's go talk to Chorus. I'm sure this will be a delight.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalkoris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. But you have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
I think you're
Can
a
you
bit
tell
of a
me anything
dweeb.
about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
I mean...
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
Pre-owned, hey? Did you buy the extended warranty?
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
Oh no, I agree with him.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war.
Classic, the worst
Tali'Zorah
person
would be
you know
searching
just
new
made a great
weapons to
point.
use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali'Zorah. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali'Zorah. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
All right, who else have we got to talk to before we get to Quarian murdering? Or not Quarian murdering, Geth murdering. Vitor Nara.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, Good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Do you remember
Do you have more
anything else
information?
about the collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Okay, is there anybody... Oh god, there's so many of them!
Tali'Zorah, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
You guys really have a hate-on for the Geth.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Hangerel sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zal'Koris would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
Huh!
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
Do you want them to become exciting?
Support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
The ship travels faster than I can. With the
Nicely
right
done,
program,
Tali.
it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Okay.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship Hangerel and the cowardly Zal'Koris be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali'Zorah is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
I like the, no offense, but this trial to cast you out of the fleet is not actually related at all to you or your future or any of the things that are being accused. You are merely a proxy, or sorry, a pawn in our proxy war.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali'Zorah. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
All right, let's
Thank you
go.
for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Hello, Cal'Rhegar.
Cal'Rhegar.
Shepard, Tali'Zorah, good to see you both.
Oh,
Wish
right,
you were under
it's
better
you.
circumstances.
It's you.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right.
You're not even trying to do the accent.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Tali'Zorah. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
We can handle it. Tell me
You
about
said
dark
that your mission
energy.
had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn
Dark
sun on Haystrom?
energy.
Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Did the
Do you
Geth
think the
do
Geth
this
are
somehow?
responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's son?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star. Our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
Secret Reaper. Clap, 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 clap.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Okay. Tell me
Have you
about
been,
your
Rieger?
health.
You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles
The
of
Geth
antibiotics.
definitely won't predict
It's not
that.
as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops tally. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
All right, that's it.
We should
Goodbye.
get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay...
Tali'Zorah and her father are out of control. This is on
All
the
right,
way.
let's go do it shooting things.
The human can work it proud, I'll admit that much.
If anyone can retake the Alarai, Tali'Zorah.
Did I go the wrong way? I did go the wrong way.
If Tali'Zorah is stuck with a human captain,
Tali'Zorah and her father are out of control. This is on their end.
Rip. All right, where's the other door? Ah, there it is.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
Okay, is this our shuttle?
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali'Zorah is guilty.
If Tali'Zorah is stuck with a human captain, at least...
Tali'Zorah
All right.
Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Do you know what's
Can
over
you tell
there?
us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
I don't trust you anymore.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the
That was an
shuttle.
unfortunate slip of the tongue there, friend.
Kila Selai.
Eyes up front.
Okay. You don't scare me, nerds. Yeah, nice face plant. Oh, God. You done? All right, let's access the laptop. Credits. Quarian log.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Tali'Zorah ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Oh yeah, you're right. We haven't seen any of the Geth Stalkers this game. I hadn't noticed that until just now. Hack! Repair drone.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haystrom.
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
UPS.
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haystrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks.
Nice
either
suit.
found dead
Thanks,
in
it has
space or
pockets.
purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Well.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, Keela. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Tali'Zorah.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Oops. monitor hack.
This might be useful.
Ooh, an upgrade. Okay, what do we got in this room? Nerd. You don't scare me, Geth. Although it sounds like there are more. Oh, no, no more. All right. All right, we got another Quarian log.
We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. We're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Whoops.
Ahead of us.
Watching the primes just faceplant into the floor is great. Oh, geez. No. Oh, dear. What have I done?
We've got trouble.
Okay, good. I didn't get set too far back.
Who's running? We locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. We're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
Bye. All right, let's try this again. This time without getting overconfident. Wait. I guess Tali hacked it? That's why it was attacking its buddy?
There we go.
Are we done? I think we're done. Okay, what do we got in this room? Wall save. Go. Talk to console.
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left.
Only a few bits. Don't get much information out of that.
They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible.
Well, that's no good.
You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, if I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our homeworld.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
No, Shepard, they've never considered it.
Acclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
Alright, how murdered am I getting in this room?
Combat drone ready.
Relatively murdered. Stop coming towards me and die.
My shields are down.
Ah! Wow, that was the inefficient use of ammo.
Go get him, Ika. Good girl.
Wait, you named your drone? Alright, let us access this laptop. Let us access these heat sinks. You're right, I would totally name my drone.
Father! No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Friend?
Damn it.
Friend.
I'm sorry.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Han Gerel and Daro Zen see the data. They must
Thanks, Dad.
Well.
He knew you'd come for him. He was trying to help you. It's not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Okay, there was a door that I could go in. Power cells. Wall safe. We're just looting all the valuables off this ship. Medkit, another wall safe. All right, to the bridge. Aha! Whoops. Down it goes. All right. Get evidence.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali'Zorah could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
That's not really, like, name clearing.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
Tali'Zorah doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Well, we'll see at the
trial. We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Okay. I will try not to reveal your father's terrible secret.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali'Zorah survived.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
Very
All right,
well.
hey everybody.
Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Sorry we're late.
Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy saved the Alarai. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali'Zorah can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
Uh-oh. Now I have to make real decisions.
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
I don't need evidence.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance...
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with the Geth.
You want people to sympathize with them. Hangarel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial. Tali'Zorah saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarai. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
And she did it all sitting in the engine bay of the Normandy.
Are the admirals prepared to render the judgment? Tali'Zorah, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Don't go to war.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
This hearing is concluded. Go in peace, Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy. Kila Solai.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
The real Captain Picard. Being loudly, righteously correct.
Tali, about what your father said. What he did. You deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Come on, Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain.
This should come in handy.
Yay! Back to the mission. Boop. Put treason. But we did not commit
Commander,
treason.
you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Why would you name the Chivo that? Alright, armor upgrades. Ship enhancements. Clap, 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 clap. All right, to the private terminal. Wait, what? No. Here we go. Artifacts cataloged. The artifacts you gathered might give us a lead on a larger Prothean site. They have incredible value for historians and might be instrumental in building our understanding of the Prothean legacy. Excellent work in mitigating the Geth presence, Commander. We will keep you apprised of further Geth activity should it threaten mission integrity. Let's go up to my quarters. Let's go up to my quarters. Let's go up to my quarters and look at tiny ships. Woo! There's no Chivo for completing that collection? Oh, right. The freaky shape-changing relic. Forgot about that. Hello, fishes. Back to the CIC. Alrighty, what's here in the galaxy map? Secure the smuggled cargo. Give Liara intel. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. There are, at this point in the game, only 3 star systems. Sorry, only 3 clusters that are not at 100% exploration. We're almost there. Yeah, there's the Viper Nebula here. There's Minos here. That's 2. Hourglass Nebula's 3. Oh, Hawking Eda's 4. Right. There's only 4 systems left to pillage. I literally have no idea why we're sandbagging the secure cargo reason, or the secure cargo mission. I just do what chat tells me. I'm your like puppet here. Aquitas, yeah, you can prepare your questions. Start your questions. All right, home to the famous Iron Canyons, Aquitas has reddish iron oxide dust, hematite, covering much of its surface, and significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. Turian explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and hucksterism, a small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. The funds are then used to maintain a research station, which has discovered some fossil evidence that Aquitas once harbored microscopic life based on deoxyribonucleic acids in the springs.
Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Beacon triggered by universal distress protocol. Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is not known. Beacon triggered by universal distress protocol.
Something on our sensors.
All right, surface scans report potential alien signatures from within the mining facility. Anomalous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff unknown. Whoops, I didn't mean to land. Oh well, I guess we're landing. What should I get my dad for Father's Day? I don't know. I don't know what your dad likes. Call your dad. Get your dad a phone call. Ah! Why is there just a random skeleton? Laron says, what should you request for Father's Day? I don't know. How capable is little Aaron in terms of, like, purchasing gifts on the internet? Ah!
Not that one!
No. Do not like. If you're reading this, get the hell out of this place now! I got pretty big guns. I'm probably okay. What the hell was that red husk? Why is this installation so freaky?
Incoming.
Ah!
Enjoy.
The red husks look alarmingly like Iron Maiden's mascot character Eddie. I don't like it. Very creepy. Ooh, a locker. What the hell was that noise?
Get ready to fight.
Well, this is terrible. I don't like this mission at all. Alright, alien machine discovered. Smithson's men dug out some kind of alien machine today, like nothing I ever saw. Called up some of my contacts and found out there's a market for this kind of thing. Looks like some squints over at the Alanis Risk Control are willing to part with a ton of credits to get their hands on one of these things. Far be it for me to deny them a chance to pay me. Cooper and Jorgensen say they saw that damned alien thing glowing, and hell if I'm going near it to prove them wrong. I don't get paid enough to expose myself to weird alien artifacts. I have to admit, though, that's an awful pretty sound coming from that back room. Cooper, Jorgensen, and them aren't doing so well. Not feeling so good myself, either. Stay near the machine, feel better. Not sure I want to let them Alanis folks take it. I think it should stay right here with us. I literally hate the sound design in this mission.
Shepard, I detect a powerful alien signature deep within the mines. It appears the device is the source of the husks. It is likely that destroying it would stop them.
But I have to destroy the husks to get to it. Would you stop? Do not run towards me. Cease this immediately. Oh, Jesus. Oh yeah, the coughing noises in Morton's mission were also horrifying. Ugh! Ugh! No! Oh God! Why are you like this?
Concussive shock ready.
Do these things just spawn infinitely? Is that what's going on?
What's to worry about?
Ow!
What now?
There we go. Hello, gentlemen. Thanks, Garrus.
On our right.
Through my shield. Whoops. I'll just stand right next to this bomb. I totally missed a pickup in that room, but I was thoroughly done with that mission. Are you depleted? No, I didn't even deplete it. I just landed on the thing.
Probe launched.
Have I read any of the Vampire Plague horror comic Baltimore? I have not.
Probe away. Probe away.
What is my favorite book and or graphic novel?
Probe launched.
I don't know.
Probe away. Launching probe.
Soft pretzels, best topping, sweet or savory? For pretzels, I go savory.
Probe
Well,
away.
for soft pretzels, I go savory.
Launching probe.
Nice grainy mustard is pretty good. Or a
Launching
fancy
probe.
mustard on a soft pretzel is pretty good. Cheese sauce.
Launching probe. Launching probe.
All right, there we go. Planet depleted. Petus! Though Petus has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Petus will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Petus could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Petis to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised.
Launching probe.
My pronunciation of Latin sure is a thing. I don't know Latin!
Probe away.
Perhaps you've heard, it's a dead language.
Launching probe. Probe away.
Zafty says in chat, there's a conversation in chat going on about donuts, and Zafty says there's an infographic that compared donuts to sodas, and the takeaway is that donuts really aren't that bad for you. I think the takeaway is that sodas are really bad for you.
Probe launched.
And thereby in the comparison make donuts look not bad for you.
Probe away. Probe launched.
Yeah, it's true. On the scale of things we consume that are bad for us, donuts are not the worst thing. I was actually just thinking the other day that I should get a 6-pack of donuts. Get myself a half dozen. All right, Ver. A pressure cooker planet with a thick nitrogen-heavy atmosphere, Ver is largely ignored by the galactic community. Probes have revealed a crust of nickel and scorched carbon, both of which can be found in abundance elsewhere at far lesser temperatures.
Probe launched.
I think I've described the... So, Zandai's calling me a wimp for only getting a half dozen donuts. I think I've described the secret tech for Krispy Kreme in the past.
Launching probe.
Which is that after 9 o'clock, Krispy Kreme reduces a dozen donuts to the price of a half dozen donuts. And there's only one Krispy Kreme in the entire Vancouver area, and it's in Delta. So, generally speaking, you drive out to Delta at, like, 8:45. And it takes, 40 minutes to get there. You get there around 9:30. And then you buy a full dozen donuts for the price of... And for actually 1 cent less than the price of a half dozen donuts.
Launching probe.
And then you come home and gorge yourself on a dozen donuts and watch your will to live just evaporate.
Probe launched.
Technically, Krispy Kreme is basically fine, even if it's not fresh. You just have to toss it in the microwave for like 5 to 10 seconds, just enough to warm it ever so slightly, and the freshness bounces back pretty well. This is a whole thing in Vancouver because we didn't have a Krispy Kreme for the longest time, but we had we had like reasonably nearby access to Krispy Kremes just across the border, and so the standard practice was for like sports teams or whatever to go to the States and import like a huge number of Krispy Kreme donuts, and then bring them up and sell them as like a fundraiser for their sports team, and the only way that you could do that here is if you had a technique for making them not stale, and the technique for not stale is just like warming them slightly. So yes, they could go to the local bakery and do that, I guess, sort of, except that that Krispy Kreme has an actual like sports team sponsorship program where they actually and are able to produce donuts in such large volumes that it becomes a thing that you can sell for a sports team. It's a whole thing. It's actually like something they do organizationally rather than like having to call up a local bakery and ask them for a special order. Temeraris. Visible in Invictus's night sky is Temeraris, a planet named for the Turian spirit said to have inspired the crew of their first manned moon launch. A boiling hot rock, Temeraris is much hotter than its temperate neighbor due to a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and helium. Its hot surface is largely composed of boron. Surrounded by a thick dust cloud, Temeraris is often struck by small meteors, making exploration dangerous. The other thing, as Orlantia notes, is that Krispy Kreme also has a cult following, and by nature of the fact that there was not a Krispy Kreme in Vancouver for the longest time, it was a novelty as a thing. Like, you could go to your local bakery and buy a donut anytime you want, but you could not get Krispy Kreme donuts here, except for when they were being sold by sports teams. And so it was an incentive to buy your, like, $5 Krispy Kreme donut box because it was a novelty.
Probe launched.
And it's true. I mean, Krispy Kreme donuts are just good. They're good donuts.
Probe away.
Or, well, some of Krispy Kreme's donuts are good. Krispy Kreme's cake donuts are basically inedible. But their yeast donuts are quite good.
Probe away.
The nearest Taco Bell to Victoria is about an hour and a half away in Nanaimo.
Probe away.
Invictus. Home to dextro-amino acid-based life, Invictus's temperate zones were settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. 2 decades after its first colony was founded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities and a large colonist exodus. But when the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Shastina Emperis ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. I'll start my own colony with blackjack and hookers. This effort succeeded largely due to the colony's location in deserts with a minimal number of pest species. The image of Shastina's triumph in the frontier made for good political theater, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in an Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one who came up with it. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies, but has high concentrations of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Terminus systems hide out on Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapients that are actually on the planet. Oh god, it's rich. Alright, I have 11 probes.
Probe launched. Probe away. Launching probe.
Oh, there's lots of Ezo here.
Probe away.
Oh no. I need to find palladium.
Launching probe.
Ask
launched.
and ye shall receive. Oh no!
Probe away.
Oh! Oh no!
Probe away.
There we go.
Probe launched.
I have two probes left.
Probe launched.
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it.
Probe launched.
Wrecked. All right. Well. That's just rude. There's not even a fueling platform in this system, so I have to go elsewhere. Whee! All right, what system was I in? All right, let's get this done.
Probe away.
All right, so now the final question of our age is with the remaining, with the planets that remain unmined out, is it going to be possible for me to hit 1 million platinum tomorrow?
Launching probe.
That will require me to mine 100,000 platinum tomorrow. Which seems like a big ask, given how few systems are left.
Launching probe.
Current number of platinum is 900,675. You can see it, I guess, if I go this way. Alrighty, but now that we've hollowed the Minos Rift out, that's going to be it for this evening. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It's a genuine thrill to stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. I will be back tomorrow, same Matt time, same Matt channel, playing more of Mass Effect 2, so I do hope you'll tune in then. The one thing I'd like you to remember is that tomorrow's stream is going to be a little shorter than usual, because I'm headed off to see A Quiet Place 2. So just be warned, I'll be calling it quits a little earlier than I normally do. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Matt_LRR. There is the YouTube where the VODs go. There's a Discord. So if you subscribe here, you can join the Discord by making sure your Twitch account, your Discord account are linked in Discord's back end, where my server will appear to you as if by magic. And I have an Instagram and a letterbox that you can follow as well. Finally, I have to arrange a raid, so we're going to go visit El Funko tonight. Funko is playing Chivalry 2, which is fascinating. So everybody hop aboard this raid train, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Until then, have a great night, have a happy Thursday, and I will see you on the flip side. So long.